Good afternoon. Let me welcome you to session on district heating and cooling. I start with my introduction. My name is Piotr Weiss. I am from CINEA, Unit D1, Life Energy. And I am going to talk about LIFE 2025 Clean Energy Transition topic, supporting district heating and cooling networks. I also advise you to listen the session on the main policy update on objectives and targets related to district heating and cooling. You can find it as a separate recording. The information presented there is very relevant for the topic that I intend to focus on. The aim of my presentation is to explain the main points of the topic and give you some additional remarks that can also help you to prepare to develop a very good proposal. I've divided my presentation into few parts. Firstly, I would like to mention the topic objectives. Then I am going to deal with the topic scopes. After that, I will present expected impacts. And finally, I will show you where you can find the whole topic description and how to ask about more information if you have questions. I would like to begin with my first point that talk about objectives. As you know, still very often, fossil fuels are the main source of the energy in district heating and cooling systems. Probably I don't need to convince you that renewable heating and cooling systems should be rolled out faster if we really want to reach decarbonization targets. District heating has been identified as a key option for the decarbonization of the heating sector. And in order to fulfill the criteria for efficient district heating and cooling, district heating and cooling operators owners networks need to prepare and implement plans to reach the target. Some work was already done in previous years to support also district heating and cooling sector. For instance, guidance, recommendations, and technical advisory services have already been developed and tested at the national and local levels. During this work, it was noted that the application of renewable energy sources or waste heat for heating and cooling are limited by different factors. Limited human, technical, and financial capacities of network owners, for instance. So technical support are therefore needed to help district heating and cooling sector prepare modernization and development projects. Our intention is to help cities overcome some of these barriers in district heating and cooling sectors and reach targets described in the directives. Now I'm moving to the scope of the topic. That is probably the most important for you. In order to reach the objectives, it's necessary to support the further application of efficient and renewable technologies. So proposals are expected to focus on one of the two areas: existing district heating systems, and provide them with the required technical support for the preparation of investment plans for the fuel switch of existing district heating systems to fulfill the criteria for efficient district heating and cooling as defined in Energy Efficiency Directive, or the development of investment plans for new district heating and cooling networks, provided that they are fully based on renewable energy or waste heat, and with particular attention to existing buildings. To know more about the criteria for efficient district heating and cooling, please read Article 26 of EED. Further requirements. The investment plans to be prepared should include technical requirements and technical concepts, detailed identification of the investments and pre-feasibility studies, their timing, the internal and external resources required, the public and private funding sources, assessment of investment needed, and affordability with economic accessibility for residents and businesses. In the proposal, you should clearly describe the methodology and planned activities regarding the identification of local energy sources, the required infrastructure and potential investment costs, the assessment of the compatibility with the existing building stocks, the preparation of business plans that include projected revenues, operating costs, and return on investments, the identification of funding sources, and the strategy to secure the capital for the project, the involvement of local stakeholders, the official endorsement process for the investment plans by relevant stakeholders, the compliance with local, regional, and national laws and regulations. Further aspects are listed at this slide. The proposed actions are not expected to finance the development of new tools, for instance, software. Proposals must be submitted by at least 3 applicants, beneficiaries, from 3 different eligible countries. And the Commission considers that proposals will request a contribution from the EU up to €2 million. However, this does not exclude submission and selection of proposals requesting other amounts. Now let's move to impacts. Impacts are linked to the project, to the topic objectives and scopes. That should be also explained in your proposal. And we have here number of investment plans allowing existing district heating systems to fulfill the criteria for efficient district heating and cooling defined in the Energy Efficiency Directive. Number of follower cases selected during the project life for which transfer of knowledge was effectively provided. Number of local and regional authorities integrating the outcomes of the project and their energy planning. Investments in energy efficiency and renewable energy sources triggered by the implementation of the investment plans developed thanks to the project. Proposals should also propose other indicators which are specific to the planned activities, and the results and impacts should be quantified for the end of the project and for 5 years after the end of the project. Additionally, proposals should also quantify the impacts related to the following common indicators for the LIFE Clean Energy Transition subprogram. Primary energy savings triggered by the project, final energy savings triggered by the project, renewable energy generation triggered by the project, and reduction of greenhouse gases emissions. I would like to terminate with additional information about the topic. The whole topic description is available on the Founding and Tender portal. Link is given here. You can also search it under Find Calls for Proposal, then select Program for the Environment and Climate Action LIFE, and choose Topic. There, under this link, you can also find all documents and other useful information. For instance, guidance, templates, questions already answered. And if you have any questions related to the topic, please send them to the presented address, cinea.life-CET-DHC@ec.eu. That brings me to the end of the presentation. Thank you for your attention and for taking time to listen to the presentation. Good luck with your preparatory work. Thanks a lot.